Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. We're back at it again, and we're going to get on into it. But before we do, as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And with that being said, here's a quick word from our sponsors. Organic herbs and botanicals, skincare and edibles, wellness for body and mind. The Brothers Apothecary. Fine teas and remedies. Ronald Records. From indie gems to classic hits, discover the heart of local music. With live shows all the time, up close and personal, and regular releases on their in-house label. Ronald Records. Supporting the community, one track at a time. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Again, shout out The Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into it. Here is today's guest.
Yo, it's DTA Zayway.
Hello.
That was good.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Why don't you tell us a little bit about, who you are, where you're from, what you do, give us that Tinder profile of your involvement with music.
Well, I'm Zayway. I make melodic rap, kind of underground music,
Oh, yeah. And where are you currently located?
Beaverton.
Okay. Yeah. So you're not too far from here.
Yeah, not too far.
And what got you into music initially?
Growing up, I was just watching movies in my living room. I was in elementary school, and then I seen, I think it was a Kanye West album, in a CD, and I put it in, and I was listening to music, everyone listens to music. And I was low key, I fuck with this. This is cool.
Hell yeah.
And then one day I just looked up a beat on YouTube, put on, I think it was BandLab, and I started making little songs with my homie, and that's how we just got started.
Oh man, so you really just dove right in.
I started doing BandLab.
Hell yeah, I dig that. And I have a couple of questions that I kind of check in with everybody on right in the beginning. Yeah. And this first one, it's one we ask early, it's one we ask often, and it's definitely a crowd favorite. What was the first album you ever either bought with your own money or listened all the way through if you never bought an album?
The first album I listened through all the way through was the Kanye one.
Okay.
I think it was the College Dropout. And the first one I purchased with my own money was a couple months ago. It was the Anthony Rivera Skin album.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What made you want to buy that?
I just met him at I don't know what it is, a little event. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to check out your music. And if I can't remember your name, then I'm gonna buy I just bought the album.
Oh, perfect.
Dad got it for me, and I just paid him back.
So. No, I dig that. Hey, that's a good way to do it. You can't forget who it is if you have their hard copy.
Yeah.
And then what was one of the first live shows you ever went to?
It was also Anthony Rivera and Lil Drew.
Oh hell yeah, yeah! Shout out Drew.
It was a smaller event, but the first big show I went to was actually recently. Lil Skies in Corvallis.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I ended up getting on the stage. Shout out to Brett Logsdon.
Yeah, that's rad.
So
that's right. I remember that happening.
Yeah.
I remember seeing about that on Instagram.
That was the first big show I went to. But first show in general was the Lil Drew and Anthony Rivera.
Hell yeah. Well, that's rad.
Yeah.
And then before we get into more of what you're doing in the present day, do you have a defining moment where you decided you wanted to take music more seriously?
I was going through a time of life where I ended up going to juvie, and I was in juvie for about a year. And when I got out, I was instead of picking up, doing this, picking the wrong path, instead of messing around with music, I want to get into it more and be more like Lil Skies. I really look up to Lil Skies.
Yeah. Well, it's cool you got to meet him then, and that's definitely a solid approach to have.
That was a dream come true, bro.
Oh yeah, I can't even imagine. I've gotten to meet a very small handful of artists that I really look up to, and there's definitely something special about it. I kind of live with that forever. But now let's go ahead and let's get on into you in the present day, and we're gonna get a super easy one out of the way. How'd you pick the name?
Well, my mom always called me Zay. My real name's Isaiah, but my mom always called me Zay. And then me and my homie, when we were doing the band lab thing, we're just thinking of DTA. I don't know how he thought of it. He was like, "Don't trust anyone," and that's what DTA stands for.
Oh, okay.
And then his name's Antonio, but we just call him DTA Tony.
Mm-hmm.
He never really started posting his music, or he don't have an Instagram or nothing. And I lucky don't really talk to him anymore. But that's still bro, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And that's how I got my name. And then Zayway. I don't know. It's just my way. You know what I'm saying?
I dig that. No, I get it for sure. And it's easy to spell. It's easy to remember. It sounds cool. Like, you know, you kind of covered all the things you need for the name. I do think it's interesting you went with group first and then name. Usually I see it the other way around. So I thought that was a cool way to go about it. And now let's go ahead and let's talk about your writing process. And we're going to break it up into chunks, but we're going to start right at the beginning. So when you get inspired, you're ready to make music.
Sometimes I think of lyrics and then I find a beat, or sometimes I just find a beat and then I'm like, I hit up the producer like from YouTube or something. Mm-hmm. Or if I can't hit up the producer, then I'll just buy it on BeatStars. So I always have the license.
Yeah.
Or I'll just buy it and put it into either FL or BandLab and record something. And then once I know I have a song for the beat, then I'll go to BeatStars and just buy the lease.
Okay. That's not a bad way to do it.
Sometimes I just freestyle, or like I'll write something to it as I'm listening to it. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Oh yeah. And so do you mostly freestyle, or do you like do pen to paper, or are you kind of a mix of both?
It's like a mix of both. It really depends on my mood for real.
Yeah, I gotcha. And then once you get a track finished writing, how long does it usually take you to get comfortable to the point where you've like memorized it and could perform it?
I mean, I haven't done any performances, but like as far as like how long it takes to be recorded and then I release it, probably like, I mean, I remember one of my songs I dropped like a day after like making it. Mm-hmm. And then some of them I just leave in my vault for like a while.
I gotcha. But I guess, for when you do perform, do you like, how long does it usually take you to get to the point where you remember a track?
I mean, like I said, I haven't really done any like performances yet. So okay, I'm not really sure. I just know like releasing and stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
My first show is going to be August 22nd with Project 6.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'll dig that.
So hopefully that goes well.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be cool sure.
I'm excited, but I'm a little bit nervous because I've never really done a show yet.
No, I dig it. And, honestly, performing is one of those things where it's up until you do it, you'll feel a little nervous. But then once you get up there and like you have the beat and you see everybody kind of in front of you, it really becomes a lot more comfortable than I think people expect right before they go on the first time.
Yeah, my homie was like, you shouldn't even be nervous because you went on the stage with Low Skies.
Yeah, exactly. Like you've been in front of so many people at one time. Yeah. And did you perform? Like, did you do like a song with Low Skies, or were you just?
I just got on the stage with Brett Logsdon. He played the Kendrick Lamar song "Not Like Us," mm-hmm. and then he like grabbed me when he was like, "Hey, minor."
Oh no,
because I'm 16, so I'm a minor, and it was an 18+ show.
Gotcha.
And he felt bad.
Yeah, like I said, I remember that part of the story. Yeah,
he felt bad because I'm a minor, and he had to tell me that it was 18+.
Yeah,
but then he hit me up, and he was like, "You know what? I want to bring you with me." So he ended up bringing me with me. I got, the whole weekend I spent with him. My mom ended up calling my school. So I called out of school like 2 days so I could go hang out with Brett Logsdon and meet Low Skies and go shopping. And
that's a good way to do it for sure. Yeah. Moms for that one.
Yeah, shout out.
And then I guess let's talk about your music a little bit, because I was checking out your stuff, and I'll be honest, all your music does go back to 2024 on Spotify.
Yeah,
that means this is a really short one, but you put out like 13 tracks this year.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot more songs on SoundCloud that go back like 2020. I don't really know.
I gotcha.
Like middle school and stuff, and then when I was like locked up, I low-key lost my sign-in password to my old SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. So like my old SoundCloud is just DTA Zay, and like the music's not that good. But then, like I said, when I got a juvie, like I started putting songs on SoundCloud, and then I finally got DistroKid and I started uploading to all platforms.
Okay, hell yeah. Well, I mean, I was checking out your stuff that's available now, and like I said, you've already got 13 tracks this year. One of them is even a remix to a track you put out before. So, you're putting in the work, and you definitely got a very modern sound. You've definitely got like a systematic process. You definitely locked in on what you're trying to do, and it's very, very present. And I was listening to your most recent track, Pink Lemonade, and It's cool. It's definitely
they got some buzz.
track. Yeah, it's
They got some buzz.
yeah, I could dig that for sure. And like, I mean, the beat slaps. You were logged in. Your ad libs were tight. Like, all in all, it's a solid track. And usually, this is where I do like a personal pick. And I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to go with that one, but I decided to dig a little bit deeper, and I went with the track that you released in April called "Know This."
Oh, knew this? That one's lit.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the beat was hype. You were gassing the whole time, like right from the start, and it felt super locked in. And I appreciate that you did a little bit. You know, you had a little bit of English, a little bit of Spanish, mixed it up a little bit.
Yeah, because I grew up on like Chicano oldies and stuff. Like I said, the Kanye West album, but in the car, my mom would always play like Little Rob and MC Riders and, you know, MC Magic and all like the Chicano oldies and stuff.
Yeah, no, I dig that. I am curious to know though, what is, if you had to pick one, if you could only perform one track, what track of yours would you perform?
I think it would be Robitussin Dance.
Okay.
I think that was just like, when I picture me on the stage, it would probably be Robitussin Dance.
Yeah.
Like that one I could get the most turn to.
Hell yeah. No, it's definitely a bop for sure. I dig it.
The fans jumping with that one.
Yeah, very much so. And then looking at new music you're working on, tracks you haven't released yet, what can we look forward to for what's coming out next?
I don't want to put a date on anything, but I got an album that I'm kind of working on. I'm not really locked in on it, but I'm working on it. And I was hoping to get Chef Sui.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you know who that is.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He makes like food videos on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can feature anybody if you try hard enough.
Yeah, I definitely reached out to him and I got him in like messages and stuff. We just haven't locked in on a song yet, but I want to put him on my first album, and I got some other artists on my first album. I just haven't, like I said, I haven't locked in on it.
No, I got you.
I don't want to put a date on it, but
more, I mean, like stylistically, what can we look forward to? Like how would you describe the new music you're working on?
Melodic stuff. There's a song on the album that I want to put. It has a lot like Spanish, a little bit of Spanish on it.
Okay.
Some like definitely melodic stuff, some groovy stuff.
Yeah. Are you gonna have a lot of features on the album?
Probably like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Possibly 5. But I can think of 503 Twan. I have a song with him. He was asking me when I'm gonna release it, and I want to put it on the album, but I'm not sure when I'm gonna put out the album.
Oh yeah. No, I dig that.
And then Sui. Those are 2 for sure that are going to be on the album.
Yeah. Well, definitely looking forward to that. And then taking a moment to step back, let's look at kind of music as a whole. What are some of the things about either newer music in general, or at least music that's new to you, that you like find inspiration from and you enjoy?
I mean, like, people can make a living off making music.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
But more, I mean, like stylistic,
different styles.
Yeah, music wise, like what is it about music that's inspiring you right now?
Lil Skies, I like his flows and stuff, and like what people put in their songs. Like you know, words can really carry like someone. Like you never know, because what if someone makes a song and like it could really change someone's day? They'd be like, damn, I really like get inspired by that. So like someone inspires me, and I think if I like a song, what if someone would like my song, you know?
Yeah. Hell yeah. And then before we move into the next portion, which is all hypothetical questions, this next one's probably the densest question in the interview. But, you know, we've talked a lot with your experiences, the actions, the reactions, and things like that. But when it's just you and the music, one-on-one, what does music give back to you?
Good vibes. I be feeling down sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, don't we all, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes I just be in my room, I'm like, damn, I got nothing going on right now. I just putting on a song and I'm like, it's good vibes. Or like I'll be playing video games, I'm like, it's kind of boring. And I put on some gaming music and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna lock in.
Hell yeah. No, I dig that. And like, do you ever find you like, when you're making music, that it like affects you differently, or like that it like affects you in a way that like changes things?
Not really. I mean, I will make a song and then just go on with my day, go to sleep. I normally make music towards the nighttime. I feel like if I get up early, I'm more productive, but like I'm more creative towards the nighttime. So my dad be like, why you staying up? Go to sleep. I'm trying to sleep. You be loud. I'm like, I get creative in the nighttime, dog.
That's fair. Do you think that's because like you just kind of had the whole day to like process and like think about what you want to do?
Nah, I don't really think about it during the day. I just stay up late night, and then I'm like, you know what? I want to work on a song.
Okay.
I'll be playing games. You know, I get off school or something or whatever I'm doing that day. I play games with the homies, and I'm like, they go to bed or something. Then I'm like, I really got my own time to do what I want right now.
Yeah.
And like, I just put on a beat or something, or look up some beats, or I got a lot of friends who make music too. So look, sometimes the other day I was like, damn, I look-y don't even want to make music anymore. And then my friend was like, nah, you've been doing this for a while. You got to keep going. So I surround myself with like other people who do what I want to do. So like we all could like motivate each other.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
What made you want to not do it, if you don't mind me asking?
I just got writer's block.
Okay, so it's just kind of that difficult moment.
It was just that day. I was feeling down, and then I couldn't really think of anything. So I was like, I'm done with it.
Oh, that's fair. Well, hey, shout out to the homie for you locked in on it. Because I think that's a big part of it. We all kind of get stuck.
Yeah, it was like
every now and then.
Before you hit me up if I still wanted to lock in on this.
Okay.
And then Misty from Project 6 hit me up. He was like, you want to do a show with us? I told him no because I never performed before.
Yeah.
But then I was like, my friend said, he said you can't miss out on your opportunities.
True.
Because if you miss out on your opportunities later on, you're gonna be like, damn, I should have done it.
Yeah, I wish you had.
While you had the chance.
Also, you have to perform once before you can say you performed before. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you don't do it, then you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I took the shot. But if you do it, you're not gonna be like, oh, I wish I didn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. No one's ever gonna say, oh, I wish I didn't take that opportunity.
Yeah.
But if they don't take the opportunity, people do say, oh, I missed the opportunity. I wish I should have taken it.
Exactly. I mean, and like Wayne Gretzky says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah. So I hit up Misty again. I was like, you know what? I'm down to perform at your show. So hopefully the show on August 22nd is going to be lit.
Oh, yeah.
Six Fest is going to be lit.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And I mean, props to you for doing it, man. Like, you got to get out there. And once you do it once, you really find out there's something different when you perform your music and see like people react
and after
to it.
the Little Skies thing, when I got on the stage with him, I hit up Drew and I was like, hey, you should hit me up with some venues I could perform at or lock me in with some people. And Drew's really good on performing. I like his performances a lot.
Yeah.
I would go into like some underground stuff he does.
Well, dude works hard. Like he puts in the effort for sure.
Yeah, he did one at Friends of Noise, and I went to with my friend. I love Jules. He makes music too. We went to his show, and it was pretty lit.
Hell yeah. All right, well, we kind of tangented off from the main question, but I appreciate you digging in on that. But now let's go ahead and let's move on to some hypothetical questions. And for these, sky's the limits. The questions are only up, so the answers are allowed to be as well. But this first one's pretty straightforward. If you could work with any one person, the only requirement is they have to be alive. Who would you want to work with, and how would you want to work with them?
That's hard. There's a lot of good artists out there.
Yeah.
I'll probably say, I like Little Tekka. I feel like we could get like a melodic track out there. Little Tekka.
Hell yeah.
Like a good song.
And would you want them to feature on your track? You feature on theirs? Do a whole album together? Like, how would you want to go about it?
Like 2 songs. Like he puts out a song, I put out a song.
Okay, that's actually a pretty smart way to go about it.
Not at the same time, but like, if I put a song that if he puts a song that has a feature on me, then that's publicity from his side. But if I put out a song, then my people are gonna be like, oh yeah, you really doing good, putting in work,
Yeah, no, that's a smart way to go about it. And then subsequently, who's a local artist that you're aware of that you haven't gotten to connect with yet, but you would like to?
Probably Jose. He's pretty good. I know he got a song with Sleezo.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I really like that one. They haven't dropped it yet, but I heard on his story.
Hell yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, well, everybody, you know what to do.
I like both of them.
Oh yeah, shout out Sosimo. Oh yeah, but everybody, you know what to do. At them in the comments. Let's see if we can make that happen. And then for this next one, like I said before, sky's the limits, and it's pretty literal in this sense. But if you could perform anywhere in the world, and you wouldn't have to worry about crowd access or building stability or power, it was guaranteed the best lineup, guaranteed the best show, and it doesn't have to be a venue. It could be anywhere. Where would you want to perform?
There's a lot of good places to perform. I have no clue, low key.
That's all right. I mean, like think of just like somewhere that would be interesting.
So like Atlanta or something, because I know Atlanta be getting turned.
That's true. There's definitely some good stuff coming from there, and has been for a while.
Yeah,
that would definitely be a cool spot.
I would definitely want to perform someplace that has like a nice venue and is like really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure there are a couple of those out there, but Atlanta would definitely be a solid spot to go to.
It would definitely. I don't know any like specific spots, but I know Atlanta in general. Like, there's a lot of rappers out there, like Lil Baby and stuff.
Yeah, you'd definitely be able to find something out there. And then to wrap up the hypothetical questions, if you could get one more album from anybody, they could be alive, they could be dead, they could have not put out an album in 100 years, they could have put out an album yesterday. Who would you want an album from?
Probably Juice WRLD.
Okay.
I know they got the Party Never Ends stuff, but I would want a solid album like before his passing.
Yeah.
But I know they got the Party Never Ends stuff, but the party never starts if they never drop the album.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's definitely a solid answer for sure.
Yeah.
But now let's go ahead and let's start wrapping this up. I know you kind of mentioned all it before, but let's all condense it right here. What do you have coming up between, let's say, now and February?
Within like the next month or?
Oh, no, between now and like the next 6 months.
The next 6 months, I got a show August 22nd. It's my first show with Six Fest with Misty. I think Jose, Sleezo, Sostamo, EXO Red. There's a lot of performers performing. So it's going to be a good show. Stage 77, 22 in like Portland.
Oh, yeah.
Tickets are really cheap too. I think they're only like $15.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, especially for the lineup.
Yeah, it's a crazy lineup.
Yeah. And then are you dropping any singles between now and when the album comes out? Or
I don't have anything set, but I probably most definitely will.
Okay.
I probably like try to drop like once a month at least.
Yeah, I mean, you're dropping pretty consistently anyway.
Yeah.
And any like music videos or anything like that coming up? Anything in the works?
I only got like 2 on YouTube. 1.5 because one is like some AI generated video for the second half because I didn't get enough clips. But I'm gonna probably try and get like another video in the next like couple months. Me and my homie gonna get something started.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully we get a music video out.
Yeah. And then for this next one, go and look straight at the camera. Tell everybody how they can find you.
You can find me all platforms: DTA Zayway, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Instagram, YouTube, everything. All platforms.
Oh yeah. And then any other plugs? Any other shout outs? Anybody else you want to put on while you're on here?
Shout out Brett Logsman, shout out Drew, shout out my pops for bringing me here.
Hell yeah.
Shout out the whole PDX.
Yeah. All right, and with that being said, we've got one last question to go. But before we do, I'm gonna steal the camera for just
most definitely.
As always, y'all, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And one more shout out to the Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And with that being said, the final question. And this is entirely up to your interpretation. But what is an album you feel is more on the obscure side? It's a deep cut. So it's one you don't think a lot of people would know, but it's one you think everybody should know.
Probably Lil Sky's new album, Out Your Body Music.
Okay.
Not a lot of people really like are familiar with his new album because like a lot of people would say Lil Sky's kind of fell off after his prime because he took some time to himself and his family and stuff. His new album's pretty like underground now. But I mean, I really like his mixtapes. He has a track Misunderstood, and I really feel like that's one I relate to because a lot of people are misunderstood. Like people be thinking the wrong thing or they don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stereotypes or whatever it is. That I really like that track on the album, and I think Out Your Body Music from Lil Skies is a good album I like to listen to.
Oh yeah, well thank you for that rec. I'm definitely going to check it out as well. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Most definitely.
Oh yeah. And this has been another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. I'm Jimmy.
I'm DTA Zayway.
And we're signing off. Later, y'all.
That's a wrap.
This is not a podcast. This is a show.
Keep jamming.